Hey, it's John. Quick note about The Witcher. I just sort of noticed um, one of the things I'm really liking about it so far. I'm about halfway through. Shit's really looking at me. Say hi, buddy. Hello, Shinny. Shinigami. You being a Shinigami? You being a little pug? You a little pug? Puppy? You a good boy. Anyway, one of the things I like about it is it's not treating the audience like an idiot when it comes to. All right, shit. When it comes to the idea of the fact that it's not all happening contemporaneously, the fact that it's happening at, series stories kind of happening and, pseudo present, I guess. And then all the stuff with Yennefer and Geralt meeting, was it Jaskier or whatever they're calling him, who's really Dandelion. I don't know if that's the translation. They used the not English name for it. I don't know Polish, so. But the fact that, I mean, they're showing within the context of dialogue, they're showing within the context of when we're meeting characters at different times and different ages, and pointing out that these different characters are these different ages and things like that. So when like Geralt's and Yennefer's stories are kind of what would be, I guess the past, and at different points in the past, they're using context of dialogue and character to point that out instead of having to constantly go before and now, or 20 years ago, or now, or the present. Or they're not doing a lot. There's not really like info dumping in terms of what time period that it's in. uh, Not necessarily time period as in the general era or eon of the show, but in terms of within the lives of the characters. It's treating the sort of bouncing back and forth with the history and the time of the people in an intelligent way, in a way that is, I think, more mature for the audience. It's keeping it where it's treating the audience as sort of mature, attention-paying adults. Whether or not they are, I can't tell, but I know I appreciate the fact that it's not just force feeding you when things are. You've got to pay attention. And I mean, it helps. I've read Last Wish, like sort of the prequel stories, and then the first three novels in the series. I'm sure that helps a little bit too, but I've not really played any of the games. I say not really. I have not played any of the games. I've watched a little bit of the third one being played, but so my experience of it is really through the books. And this is doing a lot of the stuff with like Last Wish stories and setting things up with that. So I'm sure having read that is helpful to my understanding of what's going on. But I've also been paying attention to the show itself as the show itself, as a thing its own. And I do appreciate the fact that it's not treating me like an idiot in terms of when the story is taking place within the time frame of the characters. So it's been 4 minutes for me to say the same thing like four different times, like I'm some sort of lawyer or something. But anyway, I'm halfway through, and that's just a quick impression of The Witcher as the Netflix show so far. Um, some of in terms of look, some of the characters are not exactly what I would have chosen in terms of just the descriptions. But I think everyone's doing probably a pretty good so far. But yeah, I'm not going to get into a whole big thing until I finish the season. So that's just it for right now.